Humanity said enough. New MonsterVerse leaks reveal a disturbing secret behind Supernova. Are we facing the most devastating titan ever seen, or the beginning of the end of the planet? In recent days, the leaks haven't stopped growing, and far from dying out, this phenomenon is fueling the fandom even more. Honestly, I believe that rather than harming the franchise, these revelations are making the community more alive than ever. It's wild to see how theories, comparisons, channels covering the MonsterVerse, rewatch breakdowns, and even the wildest rumors keep multiplying. That means the MonsterVerse is more alive than ever, and fans are determined to keep it at the center of the conversation. Now, the only one not happy about all of this apparently is Warner itself. They're not only demonetizing but also directly striking down videos that talk about these leaks. It already happened with two of my own videos in the past. So first of all, I ask you to show some love to this one. Likes, comments, and leave a message saying I'm a MonsterVerse fan so you can support the content and help protect it. And in return, I promise you something. This leak I'm about to share makes brutal sense. It not only explains why the movie is called Supernova, but it could change the entire course of the MonsterVerse. Over the past few weeks, rumors and supposed leaks have been flooding in with serious weight, and what's unsettling is that many of these sources have proven reliable in the past. According to these leaks, the chaos is not only raging on the surface, but has now spread into the hollow earth itself. The activation of the pyramids and crystals shown in the new empire may have triggered a far deeper destabilization, closer to Earth's core. And the alarming part, this isn't just a tremor. These leaks claim that instability is the signal of something massive, an ancient awakening, a titan unknown whose energy escapes all known scales. This would explain why some titans on the surface have turned erratic, attacking irrationally, while others remain steady under Godzilla's gaze. The imbalance created by this invisible force could be altering the behavior of creatures across the planet. And in the middle of all this, one inevitable question arises. What can humanity do against a power like this? If the appearance of this new threat already represented an unthinkable danger, the real shock is how humanity decides to react. The erratic behavior of the Titans is pushing the world to the limit. Not even Godzilla can keep total control, and every new attack leaves more cities devastated. The chaos is so great that world governments finally raise their voices and say, enough! In Supernova, humanity would return with renewed strength, taking on a much more leading role. After the disaster in King of the Monsters, after the destruction in Godzilla vs. Kong, and now with the massacre in Rio de Janeiro, governments conclude they can no longer stand idle. So according to these leaks, they will take Monarch and transform it radically. From an institution dedicated to studying and preserving titans, it would become the foundation of an unprecedented military division. And the most shocking part, reports suggest there are already scenes where this division actually manages to push back a titan, a historic moment in the MonsterVerse, humanity celebrating for the very first time that it contained one of these giants, even if only temporarily. But while humanity celebrates, the real threat is only beginning to reveal itself. What seemed like a natural phenomenon actually hides a much more terrifying origin. According to the leaks, the hollow Earth destabilization wasn't just a side effect. It's discovered that the phenomenon follows a pulse pattern, similar to a star on the verge of collapse. And the shocking part, this isn't geology, it's the awakening of a titan buried deep within the Earth, a creature of devastating power whose energy rivals that of a dying star. This titan would be introduced as a direct counterpart to Godzilla, an act of natural balance triggered because Godzilla's last surge of power broke the planet's harmony. But if Supernova is a new alpha, then one inevitable question remains: what will happen to the rest of the creatures? The leaks suggest not all titans would continue to recognize Godzilla as the supreme alpha. Supernova wouldn't just match Godzilla's power, it would surpass it. Then with a unique ability, flight, for the first time a titan would not only dominate atomic power but transcend it with mobility and range. Deleted scenes from Godzilla vs. Kong revealed the silhouette of this figure, which now makes sense under the name Supernova. And more disturbing than its raw power is its influence over the rest of the titans. In the new empire, we saw creatures throwing themselves at Godzilla even knowing they couldn't win. According to these leaks, the explanation is chilling. They were no longer recognizing him as Alpha, but answering the call of a new leader. And if the titans no longer recognize Godzilla, one inevitable question arises. What does this mean for the future of the MonsterVerse? According to the leaks, Godzilla x Kong Supernova would mark a turning point in the entire saga. The introduction of a titan like Supernova wouldn't just challenge Godzilla's throne as Alpha, it would ignite a global conflict. The central idea is clear. Supernova isn't just another villain, but nature's own balance, imposed to counter Godzilla's overwhelming power. That would explain both the rebellion of the Titans and humanity's radical decision to militarize Monarch in a move reminiscent of Japan's legendary G-Force. If confirmed, this would be the first time three fronts collide in a single film. The Titans divided between Godzilla and Supernova, humanity rising with its own military force, and the new Titan reshaping the natural hierarchy and threatening to unleash a planetary cataclysm. In this scenario, the most disturbing part isn't just the arrival of a new monster, it's that Earth itself seems to have decided that balance must be restored, even if it means burning, like a star on the brink of destruction. So, if all of this is true, the MonsterVerse is entering its darkest and most ambitious stage yet. But now the question is for you. Do you really believe that Supernova is a hidden titan buried in Earth's core? Or do you think all of this is just smoke to distract the fandom? And even more, could Godzilla actually lose his place as the supreme alpha? I want to read all your theories in the comments, and here's the challenge. If this video reaches 1,000 likes, I'll